There are arguments that F1 drivers are not sportsmen, but we all know that this is not the case. In this video, we will be showing you how multi-talented F1 drivers can be. It may surprise you, but Nigel Mansell is one of the few former Formula One drivers who has achieved success in sports other than Formula One. What effect has his influence had on many drivers today, such as the famous Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton? Let's find out how many F1 drivers have attempted other sports and what sports they tried playing. Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen are playing kick volleyball. First on our list are the duo Red Bull drivers, and yes, this is one thing you did not expect to see them doing, playing sepak takraw or kick volleyball. The Red Bull drivers were persuaded to play a pickup squash game with Malaysia's Queen of Squash, Datuk Nicol David, the last time they were in Malaysia. They were able to snag Red Bull Racing F1 drivers Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen for a game of sepak takraw. It came down to Squad Verstappen versus Team Ricciardo at IM4U Central in Puchong, where Malaysia's national sepak takraw team joined them. The gameplay incorporates a twist employed in the previous Red Bull Libus sepak takraw tournament. Given that both drivers are Australian and Dutch and are learning the game for the first time, they were both supported by athletes from the national team. It was difficult to predict which team would win because both were extremely competitive, but Team Verstappen emerged triumphant. Seems like Max Verstappen wins on and off the track, an effortless champion. Lewis Hamilton and Tom Brady play golf. Tom Brady and Lewis Hamilton each have 7 world championships in their respective sports. The two are so good at their respective sports that they decided to take time to try something new and, explore. The two recently played golf as part of the IWC's The Big Pilot Golf Challenge, the 18-hole Miami Beach Golf Club. Hamilton, a 7-time Formula One world champion, was in Miami for the first Miami Grand Prix on May 8th. He had to take time out of his hectic schedule to play golf with Brady at the event, which was planned to raise money for disadvantaged youngsters in Miami. Talk about being a fierce competitor with the heart of an angel, and you'd have Lewis Hamilton appear right before you. After one of his shots went wayward, the 37-year veteran, who is presently in his 16th year in F1, could be heard saying, "I'll stick to racing on the track." Hamilton said he hadn't played golf in 3 years, but was upbeat as he competed in Brady's longest drive and closest to the ping competitions. They faced former NFL running back, Super Bowl champion Marcus Allen, and Dibia Dream CEO Brandon Okpalobi. Hamilton compared his putting to Tiger Woods while praising his golf ability. He stated, "I'd like to think I'm a little like Tiger when it comes to putting. I was constantly so far from the pin that I had to execute lengthy putts." Lando Norris playing golf. Lando is a young man who is always on the go, frequently at speeds that would cause my Subaru to combust spontaneously. The 22-year racing career has brought him to intriguing locations, and now it's taking him to some interesting golf courses. They say this sport is for the wealthy and elite. Lando Norris qualifies to be in that category, considering the amount of money that he's made from F1. Norris visited the United States in May for a huge race, but the trip's highlights included a more leisurely drive along Magnolia Lane than he is accustomed to. In addition to Augusta National, where he proudly wore his new Masters green hat, Norris joined Dustin Johnson at Michael Jordan's exclusive Grove 23. Due to a brief stopover in Phoenix, he also sparred with Joaquin Niemann and John Rahm. The man, as previously said, travels rapidly. It's amazing to witness how they think on the course, their mentality. Norris says of playing with PGA Tour professionals, "They're constantly trying to give me suggestions to help me. I may not be very good at turning ideas into improvements immediately, but I try." Norris had not played golf in 3 years. He didn't even bother to watch the game. "I'm not going to lie to you," Norris says. "I was watching golf on TV and thought this is the most boring thing ever." Now you can understand why he was used to a more severe adrenaline rush for someone who started racing on the go-kart circuit at the age of 7 and now drives McLarens for a living. But former colleague Carlos Sainz encouraged Norris to join him on the course, and he changed his mind. He compares the pursuit of perfection in golf to the never-ending pursuit of the perfect lap in racing. Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris in a game of table tennis. The pair are still flying high after their 1-2 in Monza, the Italian Grand Prix, and it's also clear that they enjoy a positive relationship within the team. And this time they decided to enjoy each other's time over a game of table tennis, or ping pong as many call it. Indeed, they're one of the most popular Formula One driver pairings amongst fans of the sport, and you can see why when they're busy enjoying a game of table tennis. Although Daniel ran to Twitter to reveal his loss to Lando, the competitive game strengthened the bond between the two drivers. It was great seeing the two achieve a 1-2 last time out at Monza. Carlos Sainz playing golf. There must be something about golf that these drivers are not telling us, because now it looks like they all play golf for leisure. Before the US Grand Prix in October, Sainz had a golf lesson with three-time PGA Tour champion Ian Poulter in Austin, Texas. The Englishman was quite impressed. Sainz told Poulter that his father brought him to golf lessons when he was young, and he is pleased that he began playing at such a young age. Sainz said, "Golf is one of the few activities where you can play for 4 hours and not think about your phone or F1. You have to be concentrated." The 27-year-old competed against Poulter and picked up some pointers from him. Poulter then gave him an ultimatum of attaining a handicap of 5. The European Ryder Cup skipper shared a passion for Formula One. He frequently publishes photographs of his vehicle collection on social media. Carlos Sainz is a professional Formula One driver and golf professional, a man of many talents. Who knows what else this talented goodie bag can offer? Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo training to be goal scorers. Max and Daniel are at the pinnacle of their careers, and it's tough to picture them pursuing anything other than Formula One. But what if they had to participate in another sport? It's not unusual to see somebody thrive in two completely different sports. Fabien Barthez, the legendary French goalkeeper, developed an interest in motorsport and has competed in the 24 Hours of Le Mans 3 times. But were Max and Dan able to survive 90 minutes of football when the scenario was reversed? And if so, which role would they be most suited for? The Red Bull racing team took to Salzburg to find out. Verstappen and Ricciardo were put through a series of tests with their findings compared to those of Red Bull Salzburg FC players. The drivers trained before FC Red Bull Salzburg boss Marco Rose. However, one thing is certain, the guys are equally adept at attacking and defending, but the midfield is not a natural fit. Who knows, we might be seeing Verstappen and Ricciardo in football boots soon. Lewis Hamilton playing five-a-side football. Because of his outstanding F1 record, Hamilton is believed to be unaffected by most competitive scenarios. However, Hamilton, a lifetime Arsenal fan, was thrilled when he was allowed to participate in a five-a-side contest alongside several Arsenal icons. He dressed in a classic Arsenal shirt and competed with Sol Campbell, Ray Parlour and Robert Perez against a panel of Sky analysts captained by Arsenal great Thierry Henry. Hamilton's team was defeated on penalties after the game ended in a 5-5 deadlock. We have a feeling he won't be too disappointed with the outcome. Formula One is a noteworthy sport that has made its mark in the sports entertainment sector, but sometimes it just feels necessary to kind of want to feel what other players in sports are feeling. Just all the fun and the vibes. What do you think about this? Comment below.